Little slick just popped up. Let me tell y'all something. Today, what we're doing is we're coming out and we're fishing areas today. I'm gonna hit a top water right now, might throw some other baits, but what we're actually doing today is that we're coming out and fishing slicks. Our current's flowing through here. We got a lot of bait. And what the key is today and the concept is understanding that when you have bait, underwater structure, and tide, those three variables usually will help you find speckled trout. Let's see if we can get this one in. Here it comes. Nice speckled trout. Look at that. First fish in the morning. Oh, almost got me with that top water. Look at that. Beautiful speckled trout. First thing in the morning, he came to on that Lemire lure. He just couldn't pass it up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna power pole down here. I've got a slick right behind me, as you can see right there, and I'm gonna fish that slick. That's where he came out of, and I'm sure there's a bunch more there with him. What I'm doing is I'm keying in, and this is something that you should do. When you come into areas that have a lot of mullet, topwater is a great selection because not only does it mimic a bait, it mimics a wounded bait, makes noise, displaces water, and guess what else? Catches speckled trout. Redfish will be in those mullet. Awesome fish right here. Oh, good one. I'll take this all day. I love topwater fishing almost as much as I like sight fishing redfish. Another nice one. I'm gonna eat good tonight. One of the things with topwaters you want to do is I use a bait caster. This is a 13 fishing bait caster, C concept. I've got a 8-to-1 ratio because I want something that has really fast ratio to it. But what I'm doing is I'm throwing it as far as I can because what I want to do is I want to go out as far as I can so they can't hear me, my boat. I want to be real quiet so I don't spook the mullet away. And then I want to just bring that bait through the mullet, walking the dog. And that's a side-to-side motion with the bait that allows it to look like a wounded bait fish. Oh man, y'all have no idea how excited I get catching fish on topwater. I can literally do this every single day just because I enjoy the excitement. Will I catch more probably on live shrimp or croaker here under a popping cork? Without a doubt, I would. And you can use that also inside of the mullet. It's just so much fun with a topwater bait. And if you get to really kind of master working one of these baits correctly, I promise you, every time you go fishing, you're gonna throw one because the excitement is just there. It's explosive, and it's just awesome. Look at that, beautiful speckled trout, probably about 15, 16 inches. I'll take them all day. There he is. Oh, I think it's a nice one. Let's see what we got here. Now, coming up on here, what we're doing is I'm getting closer to the bank. I'm fishing a ledge that drops down, and here comes a beautiful speckled trout right here. Now, we'll tell you, I was sitting here and letting the bait just sit, and what happens? Bam, I get a hit right on the top water while we're sitting here talking. So that lets me know right there, the presentation is a lot slower. I was getting hits and I thought it was catfish at first, but in all actuality, it was big trout. So that's gonna change my game plan. And that's the thing about being versatile, understanding the difference between noticing different factors that are happening when you're catching these fish. Look at that beautiful speckled trout, real fat, female. She's got some eggs up in her, gorgeous fish. We're gonna keep trying to do that pattern, slowing down the top water. Those are the things you gotta understand. Sometimes you work them really fast and they want them. Maybe you have to throw it out, make a lot of noise, and then let it sit. I'm gonna try that again and see what happens. Oh, there he is. If it's throwing top waters, throwing a cork, whatever you like, you always do it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, what I like is throwing top waters out in open areas where we got mullet, current, and oysters on the bottom, or little humps, a little reefs, and you can catch speckled trout one after the other. I had an astounding day today. I am telling you, I've caught a ton of fish, some really nice ones. And I mean, the sun's just starting to get up. Oh, and this is a great way to end a day of just outstanding fishing. So remember, those 3 variables will always catch you fish during times when other people cannot catch them. But remember, just like today, remember, be versatile. Sometimes you gotta change things from what you thought you were gonna do. Hey, and that's your concept. Awesome.